In the wild world of art history, there's been this unassuming bad boy who rocked the globe with his unique brush strokes for over half a century. Our very own party animal, Pablo Picasso. So, today, we're diving into the roller coaster life of this rock star of the art scene, along with the two nouveau riche tycoons who stirred up the waters behind him, making waves you wouldn't believe. Picasso, this kid from Malaga, Spain, was dropping jaws with his artistic talent since he was in diapers. His career? A non-stop thrill ride from the bluesy depths of sorrow to the high-voltage romance of rock and roll, all the way to a techno-beat cubist revolution, but mixing it up in the Parisian art scene. Without bumping into a couple of mysterious big shots, Picasso might have ended up just another street performer. Enter Gertrude Stein, an American Jewish writer and social butterfly tearing it up in early 20th century Paris, with an appetite for art collection that was nothing short of insane. Her non-linear prose, off-the-wall fashion sense, and fiery temper made her the undisputed queen of the bohemian crowd, attracting followers like flies. She once claimed Einstein might be the creative philosophical thinker of the century, but in literature, it's me. Talk about having skin in the game. Her weekend parties at 27 Rue de Fleuris were the Studio 54 of 70s New York, drawing celebs from around the globe. Even Woody Allen's Midnight in Paris couldn't capture the wildness. And get this, before World War II, she was pitching to hand Hitler the Nobel Peace Prize. Yep, you heard right. A Jewish lady wanted to award the Nazi head honcho with a peace prize. Clearly, she had a keen eye for art, but politics? Not so much. At a dinner in 1905, when her brother unveiled a newly acquired Picasso, she almost hurled, "Can I look at this painting after dinner? How off-putting." But when her brother took her to meet the then struggling Picasso at his Bateau Lavoir studio, she was captivated by Picasso's gaze and muscles, snapping up a painting for 800 francs. That's right, looks first, transaction second. After that, Stein was a regular at Picasso's studio, striking 90 poses before they both were happy with the cubist portrait. The penniless Picasso had found his first patron saint of cash, and modern art history was made on just as shallow and absurd a premise. Stein's 27 Rue de Fleuris into an exhibition space for Picasso, Matisse, and other young artists, essentially a prototype for today's MoMA. Many a wealthy lady got to know Picasso's work there. In today's art world, there are two geniuses. You in painting and me in literature. Stein would flatter Picasso, placing herself on the same pedestal. Her confidence was as sky-high as Picasso's talent. Truth be told, Gertrude Stein wasn't exactly rolling in dough initially. She was more like the broke rich in Paris, relying on her brother's funds. That's partly why they gambled on unknown artists, because they were a bargain. Soon, she passed Picasso on to another, even wealthier Jewish kid, Daniel Henry Kahnweiler, fresh from Germany with a family fortune and an art gallery to boot. Stern, not much for laughter but loaded with foresight and a penchant for risk, Kahnweiler was all in on Cubism, selling Picasso's work globally despite being dubbed a blasphemer of fine French art. Like a man possessed, he dedicated his life to pushing Cubism worldwide, cultivating a network of like-minded young collectors. Within 5 years, he boosted Picasso's average painting price from 50 to 3,000 francs, and his proudest flip? Buying 3 Picassos from Stein for 20,000 francs and selling one to Russian big collector Morozov for 16,000, setting a record for Picasso's sale price that year. After years of partnership, Picasso trusted Kahnweiler's business acumen implicitly. By 1912, Kahnweiler's innovative contract with artists, offering them a stipend without rushing their work, was unprecedented. Without Kahnweiler's involvement, Picasso's name might never have echoed so resoundingly through modern art history, and they sure wouldn't have laughed all the way to the bank. Yet, in their half-century collaboration, money woes did cause their share of dramas, even leading Picasso to look elsewhere at times. But in the end, they made up, sealing Picasso's fame as one of the 20th century's greatest artists. Picasso's meetings with Stein and Kahnweiler weren't just fate. They sparked an unprecedented movement in art history. Picasso's saga reminds us, behind every great artist is an even greater mastermind pulling the strings. I'm Strange Candy, on this quirky journey to fame and fortune, hoping we all bump into our fairy god patrons. Just don't expect them to foot the bill for free. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.